Hello folks, here we go. This will be my first video. I did one just as an introduction, but for the 2023 season group build. As I told you before, I picked the Erik Jones Focus Factor Petty car from 2022 and the ZL1 Camaro Salvinos JR kit. And I did show you a few things. There's the body, and now it turns out that Petty has had a big old changeover with now we're Legacy Motor Club, which is kind of an awkward name, but that's life. Whatever. Richard Petty's taking a back seat, and he's the guidance. Jimmy Johnson's come on with the team, and I think we all know all that, what's going on there. There's a 3-car team now. Jones again in the 43 car, and we've lost Focus Factor as a sponsor in 2023, but there'll be some rotating sponsors. Actually, filming this as the Daytona 500 runs, we got Guns N' Roses on the car today, and I guess they're pushing a tour coming up this year. We've got changeover in the 42 car. We've got Noah Gragson in that, and Jimmy Johnson as part owner with Legacy Motor Club is driving the 84 Carvana car today. But anyway, so we do not have Focus Factor anymore, but I'll still build it this last season's car. I assume you've all seen Salvinos JR kits by now. If you haven't, I'll go through quickly. There's a lot in here, very simply. Go down to the bottom. We'll start at the bottom, work our way to the top. And then I can pack it back in the box. Yeah, so we've got decals with their nice dividers there. All the blacks that you need for the trim along the bottoms of the doors, the front end. Around the windows, all kinds of neat stuff there. Lay that back in. We're not going to need that for a while. And there's our Focus Factor, our colors molded in blue. So we've got our greens and our light blues and a few other things in there. And so we're still going to build it the way it sits because I thought it was a neat looking car. Little introductory form for the Salvinos JR Builders Club. I won't get into pushing that today because some of you are already in it. But that's something you can look up on Facebook, on Salvinos, or even on regular internet, not just Facebook, but Salvinos JR Models. They'll tell you all about it. There's our instruction sheet. First starts off with our decal placement, engine chassis assembly, suspension, all that neat stuff. You've all seen instruction books before. These are a little different, just because it's a different car. So with the all-new tooling of the Camaro ZL1, we've got all that neat stuff in there. There's our glass again. We'll deal with that later. But we got chock full of color. Well, not colors, if you will. We've got a slightly off white for the chassis, protective roll cage, all that stuff. We've got silver metallic for engine and other type parts. I'm just searching for my knife. There it is. Okay, we're gonna cut it open. Again, I hope you've seen these kits and you've purchased them already. But if you haven't, if you're not into the modern cars, I understand. And I'm going to fight with the bag. There we go. Okay. So, I will... Okay, still fighting. Watch Pat fight with the bag. Okay, good. It's a good use of your YouTube time. Patrick. Anyway, so, inner fenders. For the rear end, we've got wheel interbacks. We've got neat stuff there. There's our chassis pan, our seats, containment seat, a few other neat things. on that tree, there's our silver metallic, one of our silver metallic trees, complete with engine intake. These are for the bumpers that are underneath the body. What else have we got in here? We've got another tree, and now they're tied together. I'm fighting. Watch Pat fumble and fight with this tree. Why is this tree not cooperating? Here we go. We got it. Yeah, isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? So there we go. There's those bumpers on the inside of the body. You build actually the chassis, or build the roll cage, pardon me, on this piece that attaches to the floor pan, which you saw there. There's our transaxle and some white stuff. I got roll cage, mostly roll cage, in the inside the door. Frame pieces, or chassis pieces for the frame, or frame stuff, firewall. Anyway, bunch of neat stuff. I gotta make sure I didn't lose anything in there because I don't need the bag anymore. So, and there we go. We got our Camaro ZL1 body, and I'm looking. I've looked at a few of these, and I'm having trouble finding mold lines. Okay, I do see a mold line right there, but I don't think it's going to matter that much because I'm going to decal over it probably. Now, what some people are doing with the colored bodies, because they're molded in a very correct color, is that they are just clear coating them. And that may be an option that I'm going to take up on this. Some decals are going to go over this. That's not a big deal to me. It's about the level I'm building at right now is... So I don't know. I might just clear coat the body just so the decals will stick, or decals, depending on who you're talking to. But decals are most often, that's that. The hood and the spoiler mount for the back. Our big fat tires, our 18-inch wheel, and nice wide tire. So that's the beginning of the beginning. I know, like I said, people have started. They started a couple weeks ago, which was, when you were allowed to start. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Life got too busy, and that'll be my constant excuse. But this is it. This is the beginning of the Erik Jones 2022 Petty-GMS Focus Factor Camaro. And we shall show some progress once I get some things together. With this Camaro, the instructions were written, and it's very important to follow the direct instructions as written. But the guy that wrote the instructions, Jim Rogers from Salvinos JR, actually recommends that, or at least, recommends, or go to Clay Kemp's video on this. And he shows a slightly different way, or it's not slightly, but it's a different way to build the chassis. Certainly the roll cage, the containment area, some of the frame area, and it actually, Jim does agree that it makes it a little easier, and it makes it a little tighter of a build for that chassis. So I think I recommend to you that look up Clay Kemp's video, and I'll put a link to it here in the comments. Actually, I'll put a link, and we're going to go from there. And I think we're going to do a hybrid of Jim's stuff and Clay Kemp's video and his instructions for the chassis. And so, it looks like stage 1 is finished, and we're getting back on the track. So I'm going to go watch the race, and going to fiddle with this thing a little bit. But there it is. I finally got a video out and ready to you. Take care, folks. Stay in touch.